And good morning. Good morning. Keep it. I am a time. There we go. Yeah. Screens. Technology is hard sometimes. So after the stream yesterday, went for a run. I don't enjoy running, but it's good for me. After that, I played that Dead of Winter game with a couple of kids. We got destroyed in like 2 to 3 rounds. It was amazing. It's a lot of fun though. Hey, Petter, how you doing? I'm staring at this code, thinking, still warming up? Oh shoot, man, I must be. I'm doing stuff on screen, but man, I forgot about that piece. Morning, Zenocron. All right, so for this piece, what I'm considering here is, do we need breach at all? Can we just get rid of it altogether? If we receive messages for this child, we would simply have all of these same view pieces register with the same dispatcher or distributor. Distributor. At this point, we should be able to get the view ID So if this view is receiving something, game engine sends something to a view. Right? And we have many pieces. This registration guard represents one of the pieces of this view. We would await. And then handle the message. It's not too bad. We just need some way of telling the game engine, which we haven't done yet anyways, of telling the game engine that we exist, that hey, we've logged in. So let's not be afraid of just getting rid of breach altogether. So, simplify all that. Just wondering if there's anything we would want to keep. Do we need to keep the view ID? Do we need to keep these other pieces? I don't think so. I don't think so. Let's try it. Okay, now at this point, we need the ID. What do we do with the ID? Just create the distributor. And really, I am going nuts with these two names here. Dispatcher and distributor. Yeah, distributor. Like on the cars. They've got electronic distributors. Well, you know, if your car has that. It's not fully automated. Pink Floyd, how you doing? How are you? So as we go into register, I think this will work out pretty well because we don't have to worry then about losing state when this crashes. First thing meeting this morning, huh? Yeah, I like this. I like this better. I think this is going to be a good change. We have a supervisor, self.supervisor, and that's the same for this entire view. It's created outside. We have children. Children dot distributor. And we need it named. What is thy name, distributor? It's going to be self.id. Asref. View ID. View ID, okay. We have view ID. That's rough. Okay. Try that again. Back, back, back. Back, V, back. X. Okay. Okay. We still have breach though. I don't really want the game server to know about well, the util crate, I guess. I guess it could. What is in the util crate? Is it just this one thing? The view registration guard? Yeah, this could very well go into the web view. So let's move this into web. I'm going to close all of that. Move util source view registration guard into web source. Done. Okay. Anything else in there? No, we can get rid of that. Getting rid of util. Boom, done. Okay. Okay. More util. Web. This might come back, but in a different form. No matching package found. Oh, in web. Okay, yes. Yes. Accidentally hit an extra key in there. Good. Why is Rust Analyzer not actually going? Is it because if failed to load this in the beginning? It must have been. That cargo error didn't let it start. Sorry, I'm thinking about stuff. Util. Great. Star. Ooh, you have an Americano. Oh. Okay, we got that cleaned up. So now we have view registration card. Do we need the guard? Didn't even think to ask that before. Do we even need this if we're not registering it with anything? Basically, we just need the guts here. Hurt a child. Americano sounds lovely. At this point, we do not need to call drop. That goes away. I mean, in theory, we might need to sell something that we've dropped. But is it this? I don't think it's actually this, though. It's not going to be a view component. Help the children replace. Do we even need that? No. Get rid of these lines. That's not needed. Oops, too many. That's not needed. We just need this. Where do we put that? Let's take a look at prompt. All this thing is doing right now, it's calling register, and it provides its little function for how to handle its messages. It sends to itself just the messages it cares about, right? That's the purpose here. So if that's all we're going for, right? We need something that can... It's a bit bespoke, right? It's built just for this purpose. It filters messages and forwards them on. I still need to know if we're a live view or not, which is what this if is doing. If we're a live view, set up forwarding and filtering. Okay. Let's have a little bit of fun with this. This looks interesting. And still need the supervisor. There's a couple things in here that we do need. Where is it though? I thought, wait, where is it? Oh, yeah. So we get our view registration card, which holds our view ID. It holds the supervisor. So it holds a number of pieces for us. I want that in every single UI component, right? Those pieces individually, or wrap them up in something. Wrapping them in something would be nice, especially if this component has no concern for them. So maybe we just rename the guard. Our message filter. What do I want to call this? View registration card. Guard. Do we care what kind it is? No. Do we care about its children? No. Do we care about the ID? Yes. The supervisor, yes, to create the children. Seems like it's falling into a dispatcher pattern here. Communicate with a group of actors, though. We do not have actors. We have views, and they are not Bastion children. Okay. It's not quite that. Could we invert this, though, and say we have one child listening, and that these view pieces could register with it? Isn't that breach? We just... that was breach. But further out. In this case, the child would be part of web, and we wouldn't have individual children for each view component. I don't see any benefit to that, though. So eventually we will use a distributor. Let's look at this from the other end. Distributor. Tell everyone. So we would use tell everyone. Send a message to all of the recipients attached. They would filter out the ones that they don't want and forward on the ones that they do want to keep, or maybe do a little extra, right? Massage the data, however it needs to be. I need some consistent sort of message. Where does that come from if it's not the breach? Some other crate in the middle? That both the game server and the views know about? Maybe. Could make it easier for testing. Registration failed. It's the only message. Okay. And that's going away soon. So we'll receive some sort of message. Got it. Okay. Let's have smaller pieces here. I do like having the view registration guard. Bad name, but I like the thing. We could call this message listener, right? We called it message listener instead. We could change this to listen. So we have a message listener, and then eventually you'll call listen. And it will deliver messages to you. Like message isn't well qualified. What kind of message is it? Is it a game event? Whatever. We'll rename it later. Rename to message listener builder. Okay. Do not care about kind anymore. Oh. Why don't we just put clone on a message listener? Goodbye, message listener builder. Hey, welcome everyone. How you doing, Brooke? Welcome everyone. Welcome, Brooke. Happy Tuesday. Zudu. Good morning. How was your stream? Playwright test at the end of the stream. Gives you something to do tomorrow, right? I tend never to leave anything finished at the end of the stream. That way, it's easy to pick up tomorrow. You don't have to figure out where you're going. We need a clone on this. I've never used Playwright. What's the other one? There's Playwright, there's Capistrano. is another one. Still getting used to it. The last team I worked with ended up converting everything to Capistrano. Oh, Cyprus. Cyprus, that's what I was thinking of. Cyprus, thank you. Lost language. What are we building today? We are working on a mud. So this is the very beginning of a mud. We're only a couple weeks in, and I do this kind of like Brooke does, right? Just before work, just hang out, have fun, learn new things, right? The main focus is going to be on learning, new crates, right? Rustation station. And so we're working with a crate called Bastion for supervision trees and message passing. We're also exploring Axum Live View, which lets Axum push updates and whatnot to the front end. So we're going to use HTML front end, make it look like a 1990s mud, right? ASCII art, and then, you know, Rust on the back end. So at this point, we're setting up a listener. Actually, we're in the process of deleting a lot of code because we're going to make it simpler and actually improve it. So never played a mod. Could be fun. Oh yeah. Yeah, we're skipping the whole dial in piece, although maybe we could simulate it. Right, get the little... I don't know if any... I probably cannot tell any longer whether or not the modem's connecting at like 33.6, 48.8, or 56. Okay? Like I used to be able to do that. And just before, like you could listen to the modem tones, and then just before it would tell you, you'd make your guess. You got pretty good at it, especially if you were dialing in all the time. You know, pre-internet days. Right? Huh. Back when God was a boy, there was no internet. Yeah. All right. The library to reserve books and check if they had them in stock. It was the future. Oh, that's amazing. Yep. All right. It was the future. Gather round, children. I'll tell you about the future. Plug in the server a few times. Oh, that's amazing. Like, hello, yes, miss. I wouldn't like to speak to a real person for this, so could you just please turn on the server? Thank you. I love that. Because the librarian could just tell you if it was in, right? But yeah, I totally get that. I would have asked for the machine as well. Oh goodness. Okay. Tracing error. Your life cycle. Look, this thing still like 2 names ago. Message listener mounted. Yeah, we're... All right, Brooke. Thank you for stopping in. Take care. So we're creating a supervision tree here. All right. So message listener has a view identifier and a supervisor. It is handed to a view, or will be once we fix a couple things. Rather, a view component. A view is going to be made of many components. Currently, we have two: history and prompt. Okay. Now, when we go to this used to be called mount, but during the component mount portion, we're going to start waiting for messages to come in from the server. Ideally, we would tell the server something that, like, hey, this view exists, user connected, blah, 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 whatever it is. We don't know yet. That doesn't exist. But we're getting ready to receive messages. So our view will have a supervisor, then we will create a child off that supervisor. It will be attached to a distributor so that all those components of that view can receive messages that are dispatched via the distributor. So this little loop here would then receive the message, and we need to update this to the other pattern. Let's do that now. After we finish explaining. So in this loop, we will await a message and then pass it on to the component to filter it and forward it on. Now, something that I'm considering here is that this code also filters it. So the component could, let's say, subscribe. Ooh, I like subscribe. To certain messages. Message kinds, something. Doesn't exist yet. All right. Then we would do the filtering in here and so forth. Oh, I like subscribe. So much better. Okay, so let's make this a bit of a subscription. Yeah, I'd like subscribe there. And our return value is messed up because we deleted a bunch of code. Yes. We no longer need that. But is it possible that children doesn't get created correctly? It is. So we could propagate that. What was the error kind on this? It's unit. Okay, well. The end of this. Rid of that expect. Now this returns the child, but we don't want the child. We want to return the child ref. Guess we could. I wonder if that would be useful. Why not? Just we could decide later. Okay. But here's our message. Currently, we only have registration failed. So let's adjust that. Ooh, interesting. We need some sort of tagged types for this. I imported the wrong kind of message. You know what? I don't see the point in filtering early. Because just having a match on the other side, that would just pull out the pieces they want. So let's not do that. Back to listen here. Like message radio. Yeah. Good child, that represents the UI component. Okay, if this view. The game server has a message. It will be sent to all the components. Okay. I think we might be done here because we're going to send this message through to this listener. Does that listener need to be as async? Let's go to prompt. Where is it? I want the mount function. Here. So we have this handle. And so in Actix in Actix live views, you have these components. Okay. They can render, so you see some of this HTML stuff here. They can also update. Now, you have to tell it what kind of message it's going to be receiving, and in this case, it will receive a form message. So our little listener here in mount, which is this closure here, will be receiving these breach messages and then forwarding them on, right? But I think that this is incorrect here, and that ideally this would be translating the message. This would be a little translator. Okay. Because right now it receives it, a breach message, and it forwards it on for update to handle. But as soon as we forward this on to the view handle, if anything crashes up there, or if we throw for any reason, whatever, then it doesn't automatically get restarted. And part of the purpose of using Bastion is to have a very Erlang-esque style of programming where, like, oh, you don't deal with all the cases, just let it crash, and it'll restart. Goes a little bit against Rust, right? Like it feels a little anti-Rust, but it's not. So, just like for killing off this web view, we're just going to panic. When sending to the handle, does it have to be done in an async block? Okay, what do we have? So for view handle, and for these docs, we have to go. Oh, it's snowing. Crazy. To our local documentation. What was it? View handle. Just remember someone wrote FFI code that allowed you to throw C++ exceptions in Rust across an FFI boundary. Doesn't Lua allow this now? Like when you embed Lua, you could basically throw across Lua boundaries. So that's async. There's forward, which I don't think we want to do. That's also async. So it has to be awaited. So it looks like it does need to be async here. Fine. I wonder why. View handle. It's a MPSC sender. Send. Just calls that. What's the kind on this? TX. It's a bounded sender. So maybe there's a chance that we could try send. But MPSC senders couldn't queue without awaiting. Opinions on you hand rolling an event system just because? Ooh, what kind of event system? PSC bounded. Oh, it's bounded one. That one's async. Oh, it waits until there's capacity. Ooh, back pressure. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, for your ActivityPub server. Emitting created, updated, deleted events for cache invalidation, user notification, etc. And why wouldn't you hand roll an event system? Seems interesting. Let's close that. So we do. All right. So send needs to be await because of back pressure. Basically, if the UI is not keeping up with sending data out, then there will be back pressure because its little queue will fill up. Once that queue is full, we can't send to the queue. We sit here and wait, and our little loop. Because this here exists in a loop. Let's go back to the loop. Where is it? No. Here. Would stop receiving messages. Which means that maybe it would receive back pressure. That I'm not sure about. Because one of them is Axum Live View. This one's Bastion. Because you just now watched a friend run into some weird problems with writing his own. But yeah, probably not too difficult if I'm careful and designing it well enough. Seem capable enough. Probably walk away with some good learnings, though. Let's see, message handler. Want a new one of those. ctx.receive.await. We have to throw that, don't we? Dot on tell. Give it our little function. Message. Oh, we can no longer break out of the loop. Fancy. On fallback. Oh, we have to await the end of this, don't we? These have to have the same return type. So we could just return an error. Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. How to invalidate caches? Event system. Okay. It makes it easier to break up in the future. Break it up in the future. Yeah. So basically, are you building like a Kafka replacement? What are you saying? Let's see. Warn. This is called view registration guard. The file is message. Oh, subscriber. I like subscriber better. Message subscriber. Yeah, we're gonna replace that. Let's. It can be pasted on Tokyo Broadcast, Fluvio, AMQP, Kafka, etc. Yeah, I think I was thinking Fluvio. I did enjoy using Fluvio recently. Seemed fairly, you know, straightforward, but I didn't use it for much, admittedly. The command line tools were nice. So if we receive an error from this, should we shut down? Or just handle it? Here. Oh, you know what? These both need to be. Same return type. This needs to be async move block as well, so that we can await the end. Oh, runnable on Raspberry Pi. Well, if you already have Redis on there, you can just use Redis as the message broker. Right? Doesn't Redis have some... Well, it has PubSub. Let's see. All right. Let's close that. Okay. How do we want to handle this message? We have handler await. We check the return type. What is this really going to do? It's just going to restart the child. It's probably okay. Inspect. Okay. Why don't we do an inspect on that? Handler.await.inspect error. What does inspect error return? Self, which is the future. Mismatch closing delimiter. Oh dear. Unstable library feature, result option inspect. Really? Oh, there? Ah, okay. The trade bound unit is not satisfied. Unit value is not satisfied. What? Cargo check. Moment. Reachable expression. Okay. Wow, look at that. Yeah, we have lots of errors. That's okay. Would make well if we clean those up, it would make this easier to handle. The expected async block. Oh, now we get into either, etc., right? Yep. Or we box it. Let's box it. How can we box this? Ideally, we just want the return type boxed, right? Oh, that's stream ext. I meant to go into future ext. Should be the same for boxed. Okay. Is there a prelude I could just import? Oops. Okay. No method named register, and guard is all... That's kind of messed up. Okay. Let's rework some of these. We receive a message listener. Let's rename this to message listener. I don't know. Okay. No more message builder, that's fine. Was that multi-cursor in Vim? Close. I love multi-cursor in NeoVim. But that was multi-cursor in Helix. This is actually the Helix editor. Oh, interesting. So we either have this. So these all change, but I think it should be a some or a none here. So it should be an option to a message listener. Oh, it is here. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Okay. In which case, this would be a component supervisor. Oh, just... full map. Now it's an option. Well, it's wrapped in an option. Otherwise, just going to clone those. Zossie, and happy Tuesday. Handle, how you doing? How you doing? Okay. We've been deleting code all morning, so there's going to be a lot of that. No method name register, yes. Rename some pieces. Lovely. Nothing left to do in that file. Okay. Now we're back to this. Unreachable expression. Yeah. Okay. So what's going on here? I had 3 interviews for a job. Definitely passed one. Maybe all 3. Ooh. And just remember that when you are negotiating salary or anything, benefits, etc., right? Anything, they don't know if you failed the other ones. Just remember that. Right. What is the issue here? Let's go to the console. Most of these errors are gone. Any code following this expression, yeah, well, it's a loop, we know. Oh. Why the value bound? Oh, that's bogus. That's bogus. Value. Where's the value constraint coming from? Tracing value. The trait value is not unit. Oh, is it talking about E? Because the error is unit? Aha. Fine. Okay, now what? I'll move it in the previous iteration of the loop. Fine. We'll have to figure that out. It's because the unit type, well, the error was unit. Error, yeah. Okay, so now in this case, line 48. 48. Disclosure. What's it saying? Value moved into closure here in the previous iteration of the loop. Oh, the message handler. Yes, we have to clone message handler. Oh, interesting. Okay. We need it in both places. Morning, Yash. Sadly, no. So I think you joined the stream when I was using Visual Studio. However, I can't say that I went from Visual Studio to Vim or NeoVim, as this is Helix. So close. Yeah, I went from NeoVim to VS Code. That's right. And then back. I think Fireship is going to do Helix vid. It's inside a terminal. I agree. I agree. Result equals that. I guess, do we want to throw this exception and then just have this restarted, or do we just want to handle it here and keep looping? I don't know. We could just break, but if we shut down cleanly, which we don't want to do. Okay, how do we allow for unreachable? Okay, warn. Can I do that like just here? Can I attach that to a code block? Oh, here. Okay. I am enjoying Helix. There's a couple things that I'm still tripping up on, but overall it's been good. I've got about 5 minutes left. I've got a meeting that's popped up on my radar. Wah, wah. Okay. Cargo check. Yep. Good. Okay. So now we will simply pass the message through. And we have a lot of code that's not going to be used now. Like most of, like, breach lib. No, that goes away. View handle. Don't need that. Then I need to start that. That should have caused some issues. Good. In main, of course. No longer start breach. Yeah, look at that. Now we just have all of these unused pieces because they're not exported anymore. Everything else is working, yes? Okay, let's take these out. Boom, boom, boom. That one's gone, that one's gone. Goodness, this one's gone. Next one, too, wow. Keep going. Okay. It's the whole file, right? Yeah, we just nuked the whole file. Goodness. Enroll failed. Breach view. I think this can go away. What was this used for? View, oh, new view ID. Or that can just come back out. Okay, so we remove view, view kind, and view proxy. Plus code for the win. Okay. Leave the... I don't think we need that any longer. Yep, okay. Cargo check. A bit simpler. I think we've made good progress today. It's like a psychologist analyzing somebody. Make good progress. Good progress. Alright, y'all. Get UI. Ooh, lots of stuff in here. Just gonna start adding stuff. Experiment live view, no. Server main, yes. Util. Bye-bye. That stuff stays. Experiment goes, okay. Reworking live view registration. Oh, that's right. And this is on GitHub too, isn't it? Git push to shoe. Git. There. Well, for everybody following along, GitHub. What were we calling it? Rustretto? Rustretto. Oh, it's going to be under Halsey. Here. Should be here. Kuvimon. All right, Ludwig Jam. Let's see what Kuvimon's up to today. All right, y'all. Till next time. Bye-bye.